You guys still here? Pat, S. Frank, Nick? Probably not, right? I'll wait. Wonder when this guy is going to come on. It's like the rally's been going on for hours without him. Leave it to that prick to make everybody wait. Who are the two people? We're going to clown Trump tonight. And we're going to do it well. If he ever shows up. I know this situation here on my screen, the way I'm down here, the screen is up there and it's real small. I don't know. There's nothing I could do about it. That's the only way I could figure out how to place everything on short notice. I'll have to figure out a better way later. The Saxon, what's going on, brother? Fucking guy still ain't on yet. Let me see if I take that down. And I make... Yeah, I could do like that for now. I just got to watch back here for when he comes on. See how this turns out. See how it turns out. Let me see if I do this now, if I put that back. Nope. Gotta go to that. Okay. Now what? All right, so I'll be like that again. I'll just leave it this way. Fuck it. Fuck around and confuse myself. Why am I all the way? Wow. Sorry, guys. I never did one of these before like this. I'm a little confused. Doing my best. Definitely doing my best here. Struggling, though. Ronaldo Daniels. Evening, sir. Here to watch the Republican shenanigans. Yeah, me too. And to comment on them, of course. I hope this shit happens soon, man, because I could be out doing something right now, and instead I'm fucking sitting here waiting for this horse shit to start. Anyway, in the meantime, anybody want to bring up some Trump stuff, any topics, anything? We'll talk about it. I want to just sit here silently until this fucktard shows up. Knowing Trump, it'll be fucking 10 o'clock before he appears. 11 people, please hit the like and subscribe, guys. I'd appreciate it very much. Let me see here. Nope, music. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Can't play it, though. Anyway, let's talk about something, guys. Earlier, we were talking about the Epstein files. I'm a little tired of that subject for now. But there's new Trump news every day, so we could talk about whatever. Like, for example, let me just ask you guys, anybody who's watching, who may or not, who may be a Trump fan, why do you like Donald Trump? Do you think he's good for our country? And if you don't like him and you don't think he's good for our country, you can tell me that too. It's only 17 people, but you never know. This is how we get conversations started. Until this guy shows up. I'm going to see how this works as far as the algorithm, see if I get taken off of YouTube for a copyright strike of some sort, but I don't think I can because it's news. He is obscene, awakened just. I agree. He is obscene. He's a disgusting, disgusting man. No doubt about it. Makes me sick. Truly does make me sick. I want to hear what kind of idiotic shit he's going to say tonight because this dickhead is in my state. I don't know where in PA he is. Does anybody know exactly where? Let me check. The fuck? Where in PA is Trump doing his rally tonight?
He's holding a rally at the Mount Airy Casino Resort in Mount Pocono, starting around 6 tonight.
Gotcha.
Anything?
Thank you. I've been there. It's a nice place. Very nice place. A couple hours away from me. So what's up, guys? Start chatting. Who likes Donald Trump? Who doesn't? Tell me why. 25 people. Hit the like button, guys, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is an anti-Trump channel, so if you're anti-Trump, subscribing would probably be a good idea. People will be vetted before they go in. I'm sorry, what? Before they go in what? He's talking some shit on a plane not so long ago. Made me want to give up breathing. Yeah. The ballroom is nice too. Oh God, the ballroom. DB, super good, super God mode. Never saw you in here before. Welcome. That goes for Awaken Just and Bert Montoya also. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. Do me the favor. Got to get some subscribers tonight. I MAGA. Oh, you're MAGA? Are you? I MAGA. You must be the way you wrote that. Why are you MAGA? Can you tell me why? Explain to me. I'd like to know. I'm just curious. Yep. All right. Well, why? He's just laughing. Are you drunk, DB? Super God mode? I have a feeling you might be a little tipsy. I have a feeling. Wasn't MAGA sidelined in the late 1930s? I don't know. We can I don't know. This time next year, we'll show everyone why. Oh, you think, okay, DB super God mode. So you think it's going to be, you think that all of Trump's great policies are finally going to kick in and America is going to be great again next year, right? Why do you think things aren't better yet? Why do you think he's made things worse so far? Just out of curiosity, because everything is worse right now. What's your opinion of Tim Walz? I could do without him. I'm not a super huge fan of Tim Walz by any stretch of the imagination. As you guys will find out over time if you're new here, I'm not a liberal. I'm just a guy who hates Trump. This dude is a bot. He's a big government fascist. Do I look like a bot? His policies haven't kicked in yet. No. But there's things he could be doing that would be affecting the economy in a positive way rather than a negative way. I mean, inflation is up. Grocery prices are up. Utilities are up. Unemployment is up. Jobs numbers are horrible. You know, I mean, why is it going to take so long? And how do you know he's going to be that things are going to be good next year? Because you do know that, like in his first term, when the economy was really good, I mean, he was just riding the wave of Obama's 8 years. You know, like 78 straight months of job growth, bringing unemployment down in a major way, saved the entire economy. Donald Trump was just riding off that. You know, he's doing it. Hasn't even been a year. Got to be honest. Doesn't really matter. You guys blamed Biden for shit that took place immediately once he took office. And he hadn't done anything to make those things happen right away, right? So did you blame Trump? Because I'm assuming right now you're blaming Biden and you're saying once Trump's policies kick in, then we'll be all set. What's a lie? Tell me what's a lie, and I'll prove to you it isn't. You should, like one, just regurgitate propaganda. Okay. What's a lie? Obama fucked this country, did he? Do you know what unemployment was when Obama took office? Do you know what the unemployment rate was? Took more than 4 years to mess up this country. It's going to take a lot more than 4 to fix it. Also, it took more than 4 years. So you're saying that Donald Trump in his 4 years messed up the country too, right? Because more than 4 years would go back into Trump's administration. I mean, if you're speaking from when Biden left office back, which I'm assuming you are, it's like you get the email with a checklist of all the Democratic talking points to regurgitate every day. No, Glitch Faction. That's what you guys get. You'll notice everybody that comes in here that's MAGA will say the same ridiculous talking points over and over again. You do know, too, Glitch Faction, that talking points are talking points for a reason, right? Like anything is a talking point. Like today, we're going to talk about the economy. That's a talking point. You know, it's not just if you're talking about little, phrases and things people say to try to, use against Trump or blame Trump for things, it's one thing. But a talking point, like if people say, for example, the economy was good under Obama and Trump just rode that wave. That's true. It's not just a talking point. It's actually true. That's a fact. Nobody can deny that. What's health insurance cost? Well, there's no one single answer for that, is there? But I know that 24 million people are losing it thanks to the Republicans. So there's no one price for what's health insurance cost. That's not even a question that could be answered. It costs different prices everywhere. Trump is fixing the country. You can deny it all you want. You can hate them all you want, but facts are facts. But they're not. See, what you're saying, that's an opinion based on your feelings. The facts say otherwise. The facts, say that Donald Trump is making things worse. And why is inflation up now? Higher than it was this time last year under Biden. Why is that? I don't know. Because I don't know. I guess they're preparing for the midterms. Trump just said the other day affordability is a Democrat hoax. Now he's going to come out and tell us about the Republicans' plan to make things affordable again. Sure. Who's saving the cattlemen with beef? What do you mean who's saving the cattlemen? Trump is destroying the cattle ranchers. What's your answer? I don't know. You apologize from this morning? What did you do this morning? Numbers don't lie. No, exactly. Numbers are that inflation is 3% now, and it was 2.4% this time last year under Biden. Unemployment was 3.4%, a 54-year low under Biden, and now I think it's 4.5, something like that. So unemployment is up. Jobs numbers. Let's talk about numbers not lying. So Joe Biden, after all of the revisions, Joe Biden was still creating about 180,000 jobs a month on average. Trump lost jobs in November. Wall Street speculated about 40,000 jobs would have been created. He actually lost 32,000 jobs. And that's the fourth month out of the last 6 months that he's done that. He's lost jobs. No, there's not going to be a third term. No. You are lying straight up. No, I'm not. Tell me what I'm lying about. Name the specific thing, and I'll prove it to you. No, MAGA, instead of kissing a rich man's ass, maybe pull your head out of dumps long enough to learn something real. You have been lied to by the rich. Admit it and grow as a human. Good advice. Look, lies aren't real. That's a flat lie. It's called Obamacare. Dumbass. I don't know what he means by it's called Obamacare. You talking about the ACA? It is called Obamacare. It's also the ACA. And dumbass. Okay, now tell me what I was wrong about. PBS. So Santre Taylor. So whatever happens. So because all I literally did was pick wherever this rally was live and put it on. So whatever happens in this rally is fake because the network that I'm streaming it from is PBS. Gotcha. Yeah, well, only half this country are decent human beings. The rest are animals. We got to fight against them. Trump does suck. Coffee is 10 cents to 12 cents a bag at Walmart, Costco. Sue Donald Trump because of the tariffs. What? I'm sorry, what? Coffee is up by like, I forget the exact percentage earlier, 20%, something like that. So is beef. I don't know what you're saying. Twisting words as usual, thinking PBS is telling him the truth. Guys, what information did I get from PBS? I don't even watch PBS. The only thing I can imagine that you're talking about is this rally that's on right now. And you do realize it's Trump's rally. It doesn't matter who's broadcasting it, right? They don't like change it. What information do I get from PBS? What are you talking about? I'm not going to sit here and let somebody lie because they want something to fit their fucking narrative because they're too much of a pussy to understand and they hate somebody too much to understand. Yeah, I'm just tearing you apart with facts and it's pissing you off. Admit it. Wait a minute. This guy's completely bought and paid for. Trump is destroying everything. He can't see past his nose. Everything is Trump's fault. The Democratic Party has done nothing. That's such a convoluted comment that I'm not even sure which side you're arguing on, honestly. Other than saying, are you talking about me being bought and paid for or Trump? Because he's bought and paid for. Me, I wish I was. Somebody want to pay me? Go right ahead. $12 billion to farmers, but what about cattlemen? What are they going to get? Yeah, and that $12 billion only has to go to farmers because Trump fucked them all up with tariffs. That's why there's been 259 more bankruptcies, farmer bankruptcies this year than last year. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important. Eventually, this fucktard Trump will enter the stage and we could start ridiculing him and making fun of him while he speaks nonsense and spews lies for the next 90 minutes. Like, how does that even make sense to maggots? Affordability is a hoax. What the fuck does dump even mean by that? LOL. Trump is dumb as dog shit. He is, but so are they, so they don't know. Wait, why in the fuck is he having a rally while he's president? Oh, he was doing it in the first term too. He's insane. That's why he's insane. 9% what? 9% inflation, you mean? You're not good with writing full comments, like in context, are you? He just says 9%, idiot. 9% was in 2022. This time last year, it was 2.4%. He has everything flipped. Biden has the worst economy. Trump has the best economy, but the left told him that the opposite, and so he believes that. Bro, you guys are as retarded as they come. I literally use facts, real statistics, real numbers that are going on right now. And if I'm wrong, go get information that's telling you I'm wrong, because I'm not. Biden did not have the worst economy. Santre Taylor. Biden created 6.6 million jobs. He brought unemployment down to a 54-year low. Are you fucking kidding me? Groceries are more expensive under Trump right now. Utilities are more expensive under Trump right now. Unemployment is up. Well, I probably already said that. All this shit, I got to say the same fucking thing over and over on these shows with you. I just paid $2.43 for gas, lowest in 4 years. See, that's what I mean, Truman. This is what we call anecdotal evidence. See, where I live, gas is $3.20 a gallon, between $3.20 and $3.46 a gallon. Now, when Biden left office, it was $2.99. So you see how it works, Truman, that every place has different gas prices? There is no such thing as gas being the same price in all of America at the same time. It's not a thing. So where you're at, gas is cheaper. Where a lot of people are at, it's more expensive. And on average, it is down. It's about 10 cents a gallon less than it was last year. So if you have a 12-gallon tank, you save about $1.20. So you're in the money. Biden has the worst economy. Trump had the best economy, but you're going to keep saying that? You're spamming the chat now? All right. You know what we do with spammers, right? Under Biden. Wait, what did that say? Where did that go? Under Biden. What about under Biden? No revisions, kept going low, running lower. They were lying to us again. That's the Biden presidency. No, after the revisions. After all the revisions, 180,000 jobs a month on average. After all of the revisions. Has Trump done anything you approve? Has Trump did anything he says you approve of? Fucking dummy. Yeah, the First Step Act, Operation Warp Speed, and freeing those hostages. We're getting them freed. Yeah. No, not CNN numbers. Real life numbers. CNN got sued by Trump and he won millions. You see what I mean, DB Super God? You're a stupid motherfucker. You really are a stupid individual. Watch this. Did Trump sue CNN and win millions? Let's ask Grok, because this doesn't want to. I'll tell you what it says. It says, no, Donald Trump did not sue CNN and win millions of dollars. His $475 million defamation lawsuit against CNN was dismissed by a federal judge, and the dismissal was upheld by an appeals court. Let's ask Elon Musk's Grok, just so she can read it to you. Did Donald Trump sue CNN and win millions?
Nah, he sued CNN back in 2022 over that big lie stuff. Wanted $475 million, but the court tossed it out as meritless. Appeals court just shot down his latest try last month, too. No win there.
That's Elon Musk's Grok. You see, DB? You see how you're stupid and I'm not? You see how you say things that are wrong and I say shit that's factual? That's what every one of these shows is. Yeah, exactly, David Shore, without a doubt.
Whoa, hold up, DB? David Shore? I'm lost in the sauce here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm talking to the chat, stupid. They're not saying that Trump has instructed his DOJ to look at everyone's social media. Oh, they're now saying, I'm sorry. Look at everyone's social media to see who is against Trump, who is anti-Christian and pro-abortion. So I posted a lot of Wiccan information. Nice. Yeah, they'll be coming for all these channels too. It's the anti-free speech party. I'm going to post a lot of pro-abortion and anti-religion posts also. Nice. The only ones that can accept the reality of the Democrats the only ones that can accept the reality of the Democrats, things are getting better under Trump, better than they have ever been under Biden. Yeah, it's a live rally if Trump ever shows the fuck up, Mike. That's why I'm doing this show. Let me show you guys something. Bear with me. Hit the like button and subscribe, guys. It's very important. Let me see. Look, yes, the U.S. unemployment rate in late 2025, around 4.4% in September, October, is slightly higher than it was a year prior, around 4.1% in late 2024. Are grocery prices higher now?
Yes, grocery prices are currently much higher than before the pandemic, with increases of over 25 to 30% in the last 5 years. While the rate of increase has slowed, and some items have seen price drops, overall costs remain a concern, with continued, though slower, increases expected.
Yeah, buddy. I told you guys, man. You got to do some research. You got to actually do some research. Just because, look, you ever hear Ben Shapiro say facts don't care about your feelings? They don't. They don't care about your feelings. You guys, you want it to be better because Trump's in office, but it's not. Certainly not. This motherfucker isn't on yet, of course. He does live rent-free in maggots' heads. He does. All depends how much vitamin B they pumps into him tonight. Oh. Yet the last 4 years were great, right? Well, Michael Henneman, here's the thing that you probably forgot all about. In 2021, we got hit with this thing called, in 2020, called COVID, okay? Now, Trump grossly mishandled the pandemic. He fucked it all up because he's a fucking moron, okay? So because he's a moron, everything was worse than it would have been if he would have just handled it the way he should have, with the plan Obama left for him in case something like that happens. But he ignored it. And in April of 2020, under Donald Trump, we had 14.4% unemployment rate. When Donald Trump left office, there was a 6.6 unemployment rate, 6.6%. Okay. He lost 2.5 million jobs. All right. You can check all this out as I'm saying it. When he left office, there was 2.5 million jobs less than there was when he entered office. Okay. And then Biden took office and got hit with massive inflation, which every nation on earth, look it up while I'm speaking, please. Every nation on earth got hit with massive inflation. And then Biden had to fix it. Now, just so happens that America recovered faster than any other country economy-wise. Our economy was the envy of the world. So he brought it down from 9.1% to 2.4%. And now it's up to 3% under Trump. You see how that works? So Trump didn't have the best economy. You guys are out of your fucking minds. And Biden didn't have the worst in the last 5 years, meaning under Biden. No, what are you talking about? COVID? I didn't say in the last 5 years. COVID started in 2020. If that's what you mean by in the last 5 years, Trump was in office in 2020. Biden didn't take office till 2021. Okay. And Trump is president now. So, yeah, no. Okay. So that's the fact of the matter. Are you saying the pandemic only happened because Biden was about to take office, or only happened because Trump was in office? Because the pandemic is what caused inflation. That's a fact. Yes. Thank you, Finn Von Smith. Guys, hit the like and subscribe, please. And do me a favor, if you can, contribute to the show. Hit that button by the comment section and send a super chat. I just paid $1.99 for gas today. Prices are coming down. No, they're not. You don't understand, Steve. As for the national average, gas is about 10 cents a gallon less than it was last year. Okay. Now, where you are, it might be down $1.50 a gallon, but that's only where you are. You see, everywhere else, it's a different price. And where I am, it's more expensive. It's 20 cents more a gallon than it was under Biden. That's why you can't go by what's happening in your area. Otherwise, I'd be on here saying gas is more expensive because it's more expensive where I live. No, it's less expensive, but by about 10 cents a gallon. Hold on, let me see this brilliant comment. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I got to dumb myself down. It said before pandemic, who was in power before the pandemic? Donald Trump. What said before the pandemic? You talking about the things she said? Well, hold on. Significantly higher. Oh, okay. Our grocery prices higher now than they were last year.
Yes, grocery prices are generally higher now than they were last year, although the rate of increase has slowed. Recent data shows they are about 2.7 to 3% higher than a year ago, with some items like eggs and coffee seeing larger increases.
Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I want to make sure I got the specific time frame. So from a year ago, and who was in office a year ago? Who was it? Let me think. This is November or December, what, 10th? 9th of 2025. So a year ago would be, let me think, carry the one, December 9th of 2024, I believe. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for pointing out how wrong you were, stupid motherfuckers. Dumbasses. Here we go. Fucktards on. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to him lie his way through this one. Can't play that music. That's what I'll do. I'll mute it here. I'll unmute it there. Not working, because then I can still hear the music. I'll just unmute it when he starts talking. As of early December 2025, the national average gas price is around $3.16 to $3.20 per gallon, down from late 2024, while the full average for 2024 was $3.30 per gallon. Yeah, so about 10 cents a gallon less. Thank you, Victor. And Victor's a Trump supporter, by the way. Tariffs raise prices. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's 3% now, dubstep icon. It was 2.4% last year. How tall is the price of gas in 2024 when Biden wasn't trying to get reelected? How tall is the price of gas? Trump's approval rate is like 32%. No, it's actually high for it was 36% a few days ago. It's actually up to 41 according to a Reuters poll today. So that's amazing for Trump. 41% is super high for him. No, they weren't. I literally just had the fucking thing explain it to you. You can look it up. Grocery prices are higher now than they were under Biden. Didn't you just hear the bitch say that? Let me see. Who's the greatest communicator in the history of politics? Who? Trump? He speaks on a third grade level. All right, let's see here. It was lower last year, wasn't it? You guys keep forgetting that part. It was lower last year. And it's going to continue to rise, by the way.
Well, this is a nice crowd. You got a lot of people.
All right, hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important.
You've got a lot of people standing outside tonight. It's freezing. They got here yesterday like at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Well, I'm worried about them. Would anybody like to give up your place?
You know that's not true, right? That nobody got there at 2 in the morning. He's full of shit.
Some people come in from the cold. You go out to the cold. I don't think
It's
so.
like when he always used to say, there's 10,000 people waiting outside and there'd be nobody out there. Yeah, he's full of shit.
I just want to say hello, Pennsylvania, and I'm thrilled to be back. It is incredible Commonwealth with so many proud, hardworking American patriots. That's what you are. So am I. I'm a proud hard worker. I'm a proud patriot, but you're a proud patriot. Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great reception. You know, we're on to...
Steve, you're an idiot.
We're on to expose what happened recently when we took over. You know, it's 10 months, and already we have the largest investment ever made in the history of, not our country, of any country anywhere in the world. Think of that. But let me begin by wishing each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that stuff. Remember when I started in 2015? I've been
He's already slurring his words. Remember our slurs?
My first speech, and I said, we're going to bring back Christmas. Remember, the radical left wanted to get rid of the word Christmas. I said, I don't think.
That is also something that is completely untrue, something he made up a long time ago. Republicans have been saying it for years. Complete horseshit.
I think that's going to work out. And we did it, and now everybody's saying Merry Christmas again.
Yeah, nobody ever stopped. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are on camera numerous times saying Merry Christmas throughout their 4 years.
But just over 1 year ago today, with your help, we saved America. That's what happened. We saved it.
Steve, if you want after this, I'll show you last year's State of the Union where Biden was actually more energetic than this.
In the most important election victory possibly in the history of our country was going down. We were a country that was being scoffed at, laughed at all over the world. We won all 7. Thank you, Charlie. She said, and you saved us. Who are you? Stand up, please. Who said that?
He's a stupid bitch like many of the people in the chat.
I love her. Only in Pennsylvania can this happen. I know this state. By the way, last election, did we kick ass?
As a matter of fact, he didn't. He beat Kamala by 2 million votes, but Joe Biden beat him by 7 million votes.
We won. That means we won 3 times in a row, as you know. But we won all 7 swing states. We won the Electoral College, 312 to
Not all of you, Victor.
226. We won, and by the way, the real vote was much more than this, but we wanted to make it too big to rig. We won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in many decades, and we won 86%.
So he won the popular vote for the first time since George W. Bush in 2004. So in other words, he's the only Republican president since then. So George W. Bush won the popular vote in 2004. He's saying, I won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in decades. Yeah, George W. Bush, the last Republican president, won the popular vote.
Of all counties in America, 2,700 to 525. That's good. We did it. Not me, we did it. And now, after just 10 months in office, I'm pleased to report that America is winning again. Pennsylvania is prospering again. And I will not rest until this Commonwealth is wealthier and stronger than ever before.
Well, Ronald Coffey, that's simply not true. It's just something you make up because 63 federal judges said there was no fraud in the 2020 election. So did Donald Trump's own attorney general, and so did Donald Trump's own daughter. So sorry, it's just because you believe that doesn't mean it's true.
Remember when Biden got up and called you a state? That was not good. He said, it's great to be back in this state. Where are we?
What's wrong with calling Pennsylvania a state? I live in Pennsylvania. It's a Commonwealth, and it's also one of the 50 states. It's still a state.
Where are we? What state is it? It's Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. No, we're respected again as a country. We're respected.
Nobody tried to take him down, fucko. He was a criminal. He got prosecuted, not persecuted.
Inauguration, we've created nearly 60,000 new Pennsylvania jobs, including 4,000 Pennsylvania manufacturing jobs that the Democrats gave up on. You're doing better than you've ever done. Under our leadership, more than 40,000 Pennsylvanians have been
guarantee that's bullshit.
Lifted off of food stamps, 40,000. And
it means cut off of food stamps.
Working with a great guy. Remember David McCormick? He used to go to every rally I had. He knew what was happening. And he's here again, as usual. I can't get rid of this guy. Where is he? He got a little lucky, though. You know, in Butler, a place called Butler, Pennsylvania. I love Butler, Pennsylvania, but it was amazing. And we had a tremendous crowd, like 55, 60,000.
That's bullshit, by the way. I'm looking it up. No, it's the opposite. Around 2 million Pennsylvania people rely on SNAP. And recent federal shutdown threatened their benefits, leading to temporary disruptions. So I Googled, did 40,000 people in PA get off food stamps? And no, they didn't.
People. Then I called David. I said, David, come on up. He was working like hell to get elected. It was a tough race. And very few people could have done what he did. But I said, right at the beginning of the speech, I said, David, come on up. Come on up. I want to. This was before the thing happened.
Best Spuds, you're a guy.
Then I looked up and said, you know what, David?
Best Spuds, you're a guy who calls yourself Best Spuds in a chat. Okay? You don't have a real name that you're using. You just say you live in Pennsylvania and your business is flourishing. Chances are you are some sort of incel in your mom's basement. You don't own a business. You don't have a portfolio. And even if you did, that's what we call anecdotal evidence. It just means you're doing well. That's all it means.
Just stay there. I'll get you later. You're so lucky, David. You're so lucky. You don't know. I could have had a little differently shaped ear if it weren't for you. You know, you
fucking ear again, for Christ's sake.
You got very lucky that day. People don't talk about that.
The ear that got scratched by a piece of glass from the teleprompter.
I remember I called him up and I said, just stay there. Because he was walking a little bit slowly. I didn't want to take the time. Oh, boy, that was a good day for you. What a job he did. He's really a great guy. And his wife, Tina, is fantastic. Thank you. Stand up, baby.
No, I'm in a house. Not in the basement of a house. I'm in on the first floor.
He's a lucky man. Working with Senator David McCormick, we've secured commitments for nearly $100 billion of investments in Pennsylvania. We were up here a few months ago. Some of the greatest energy companies in the world made that. We were doing it on a beautiful day, a little warmer than it is outside today, David. But over $100 billion, and we've saved a great American company. You know, we saved.
I wasn't even paying attention to what he was saying. My bad. I was looking at the chats. I don't even know what he just said.
A group of people and me saved a little company called U.S. Steel, and it's hot as a pistol now. And we have the keys to the company. It's always going to be here. It's never moving. They said, what happens if it moves to Japan? I said, you can't move a steel mill to Japan. You can move a headquarters, but the steel mill stays here. That's all that matters. And I will tell you, the company is spending billions and billions of dollars, and there was no second by comparison. Other companies were interested, and they really are. They call me all the time, tell me they're really excited about it. And, you know, they're building a lot of additional plants. It's turning out to be beyond what anyone thought possible, but we had to save U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel was one of the greatest companies, which really, for a long period of time, years ago, the greatest company anywhere in the world. U.S. Steel was, you see it with the big factories that were, 2 years ago. Now it's starting to fill up. The tariffs have filled it up because people are coming here. Other steel companies are coming to Pennsylvania now because of they don't want to spend 100%, 50%, 25% on tariffs. Are all coming in. It's amazing. You know, the word, remember when I said tariff? My favorite word is tariff. True, but then I got a lot of heat from the fake news. Look at all of them back there. I took a lot of heat. I got up early on. I said my favorite. It's turning out, you know, tariffs are bringing us hundreds of billions of dollars. I just helped our farmers.
Just to remind everybody, the tariffs, that's us paying them. Foreign countries do not pay tariffs. We pay the tariffs. So when he says we're bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars, that's our money. It's just like as if he raised taxes on us. It's a tax. Foreign countries do not pay tariffs. And what he's about to say with the farmers, because Donald Trump's bullshit tariffs on China stopped buying soybeans from our soybean farmers, which fucked them up royally. Okay. So our soybean farmers are going out of business left and right. So now Donald Trump has to use $15 billion of our money that we paid in tariffs to, save the farmers. It might be 12 billion. My apology.
Because they're starting to do really well, but in order to try and
in the chat said this clown forgot his Democrat makeup. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, his hero and savior, is literally painted orange on the screen right in front of him. Painted fucking orange. He wakes up every morning and he paints himself orange. First you put farmers out of business, then you help them, make them make sense. Doesn't make sense. Are you just angry because Trump is actually doing what he campaigned on, or that he's not hiding in the basement for his whole term like Biden? Well, Biden didn't hide in his basement. That's complete bullshit. Trump is not doing what he campaigned on. He said he'd lower grocery prices. Grocery prices are up. He said he'd lower energy. Utilities are up. Okay, he said he'd lower unemployment. Unemployment is up. He said he'd lower inflation. Inflation is up. Or did I already say that one? I always forget. His job numbers are horrid. He said he'd fucking stop the Ukraine-Russia war on day one. It's still happening. So he's not doing everything he said he would do.
Negotiate. Some countries played a little cute, and we just gave them.
What he is doing, implementing Project 2025, is the one thing he said he wouldn't do.
Right out of a tariff money. Cost us nothing. Right out of the hundreds of billions that we've taken in. We gave the farmers a little help, $12 billion. And they are so happy.
They're not happy. They don't want handouts. They don't want socialism. They want to sell their products, and they can't because of this fucktard. So when see what he does, see how manipulative he's like, look what we did. We gave $12 billion to farmers. No, you're just compensating farmers for the money you fucked them out of with your ridiculous asshole tariffs. That's it.
All they want is a level playing field, and now it's happening. And the tariffs are making them rich. It's going to be, you're going to see what happens.
259 more farmer bankruptcies this year than in 2024.
Happens over the next 2 years. It's like a miracle is taking place. But we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, really trillions, Scott. We have the great
There we
Scott
go with the trillions bullshit.
Bessent. Scott, stand up.
Scott Bessent, the gay guy, lives in a pink mansion with his husband, but yet MAGA's anti-gay. Isn't that strange?
And if you add to that all of the companies that are pouring their money to building plants in Pennsylvania and many other states, auto plants, AI plants, plants of every type, which we would have never had if we didn't put the tariffs on. Did you see where Europe now is saying, I think
it's not many companies at all. And we lost 1.1 million jobs. There's been 1.1 million layoffs since he took office.
we got to start doing what Trump is doing. We've got to start putting on tariffs because we're getting our asses kicked, and it's true. But Scott, if you really think about it, it's trillions of dollars, not billions of dollars, right? So it's amazing. It's the smart people understand it.
Nobody is anti-gay. Really? PMP 2015, no MAGA's anti-gay. Guys, who is it again that's always bitching and flipping out about gay pride parades and insisting that the LGBTQ community is trying to make their kids gay and trans? Who is that again? Is that the Democrats or is that MAGA? Yeah, is it MAGA that's always making fun of and ridiculing trans people and LGBTQ people? I believe so. Yeah, you're not anti-gay, just like you're not racist, right? Yeah.
People are starting to learn, but the smart people really understand it. 1 year ago, under
Ronnie DeFelice, aren't you the guy that got beat up by MRE? Isn't that you? I thought so.
Sleepy Joe Biden, have you heard of him? You know, okay, look, the king of Saudi Arabia told me this. He said, sir, 1 year ago, I was in Saudi Arabia.
Where are MAGA racist? Where are MAGA racist? You serious? Well, they support a racist president. They love the Confederate flag. They love keeping up statues of slave owners and Confederate soldiers. And the Democrats like to tear all that stuff down. So you tell me. The guys that you don't give a fuck about Southern African or South African fucking illegal immigrants. You barely even care about Chinese illegal immigrants. And you certainly don't care about anybody coming through that northern border. It's just those Mexicans that bother you. But yeah, you're not racist.
Somebody complained that I was making a foreign trip. I went to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. I brought back 4.
Look, this is what you call a fucking moron. No, the Democrats don't still own the Klan. The Republican Party, Donald Trump specifically, was endorsed by the Klan. He was also endorsed by every white supremacist group in the country. And there was something called the Big Switch that I'm not even going to take the time to explain to you right now because you're too stupid to understand.
$1 trillion. They said, he should be traveling. He should focus on home. What the hell do you think I'm doing? And 250 Boeing jets. I brought back so much everything. Then they say, he should, the stupid people, they say, he should be leaving our country. Yeah, let's sit around and twiddle our thumbs. It's, no, it's sort of crazy, right? But 1 year ago, the king of Saudi Arabia said it. He said, sir, 1 year ago, you were...
No, Donald Trump did not receive $4 trillion from the UAE. Rather, the UAE pledged a $1.4 trillion commitment over 10 years for investment in the U.S. sectors like AI, energy, and semiconductors. Okay? So he said $4 trillion. It's $1.4 trillion, and that's over 10 years.
Dead country. Dead. They were focusing on China. They were looking for, who's next on line, frankly, and he's a good man, and the Emir of Qatar said it. UAE said it. The big company, the big smart country said it. We were a dead country 1 year.
We wasn't. We weren't. We were doing better 1 year ago. And the Big Switch. Let me see. What did this douchebag say? Something about the. Where the fuck did he go? I don't know. I lost this comment. But if the Big Switch was bullshit, if it's a myth, then why is it the Republican Party that defends keeping up statues of Confederate soldiers and slave owners and Democrats that tear them down? Why is it that Democrats aren't the ones that fly the civil or the Confederate flag. It's Republicans that do. Why is it Democrats that are for civil rights now and implement programs that help minorities like DEI, and Republicans that get rid of that shit? Why is that?
A year ago, we were dead as a doornail. We were going down the tubes. And now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's nobody close. Yeah.
Yeah, civil rights now. Do you think civil rights only took place in 1964? Civil rights is still happening. Democrats are still fighting for it.
It's because of the election on November 5th, because that's when it started. You saw what's happening with recruitment in the military. The enrollment is the highest we've ever had. And, you know, right before November 5th, we couldn't get anybody in the military. We couldn't get police. We couldn't get firemen. We couldn't get anybody. And after November 5th, that's when it started. Right now, we have the highest enrollment we've ever had, the greatest recruitment days we've ever had in the military. It's amazing. So it's November 5th, and it's also, again, this a thing called tariffs. And I told you, I was about to say that, you know,
in that pesky old fact checking. No, military enrollment is not currently at an all-time high. The total numbers of active duty service members has been steadily declining since the 1950s, and the highest recruitment numbers occurred during periods like the Vietnam War. So there you go. So again, it's just him lying. That's why we fact check things. That's why we fact check things. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important.
The weave. You know what the weave is? Go here, bing, 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 bing. You always
the president, bing, 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 like a fucking retard. This is a guy who is now, he had to create a word for the fact that he is all over the place mentally. He starts a conversation and he goes 9 million different places. And he had to name it the weave because they were telling him, listen, you sound like you have fucking dementia. You're talking about 25 different things at the same time. So he had to nickname it the weave. And here he is going, bing, 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 bing. That's your asshole president.
Have to get back to the right location. But otherwise they'll criticize you for straying from the speech. By the way, if I read what's on the teleprompter, you'd all be falling asleep right now. But it's true. 1 year ago.
You're falling asleep anyway.
And during periods.
And so are you. You've been sleeping on camera constantly, almost every day for weeks now.
The time, I'd say my favorite word is the word tariff. I love it more than any other word in the dictionary. And the fake news said, that's terrible. What about God? What about family? What about religion? What about your sons, your daughters? What about how terrible that's just. So I moved it back to 5th. I have it to 5th, and now I'm in no trouble with the fake news, you know? They say, what about religion?
They're only the fake news when they're saying something negative about them.
They always find, so you have to weave a little bit with the punches. You have to go, you know, the boxers, you got to go with the punches. But it's been amazing what's happened.
He's comparing speaking to boxing.
Amazing. It's a transformation of our country. I have the greatest oil man anywhere in the world. I see him sitting right there, Chris Wright.
Desperado. I don't know. You ever see any of those situations where an innocent black guy who's unarmed gets killed by a cop? You ever see anything like that? Just out of curiosity. Yeah. You know, the DEI was put in place to help minorities so they can get jobs, you know, as easily as white people can. And you guys went fucking ape shit about it. And Donald Trump got rid of it. You know that critical race theory drives you motherfuckers insane. You know that Republicans are removing any mention of slavery from history books in red states. Yeah. So how about that?
I was going to put a man, Doug Burgum. He's great. He's interior. And I said, Doug, I want you to go to energy. You're really fantastic at energy. Came from North Dakota. Big fracking place, state. He'd done really a great job. He was a great governor, I would say, right? Really great. And a great person. He's doing a fantastic job. I said, I want you to head up energy, sir. I'd be good, but I'll tell you, there's one man out there in the whole world. There's one man out there who would be better than me. Who is it? man named Chris Wright. Who the hell is Chris Wright? Give me a break. I never heard of the guy. Well, you never heard. He's the biggest there is. He's the smartest there is. The greatest oil man in the world. Chris Wright. I said, I got to see this guy. And after about 2 minutes, I understood exactly what Doug was saying. So I said, okay, Doug, you'll go to Interior. You work with, because interestingly, Interior owns all the land that has the oil. And he has all the expertise that drills the oil. And I said, we'll do a friendly merger here. This is pretty good. And that's what we did. And we're right now drilling more oil than we've ever done ever before. Prices are way down. We just had 4 states. It was just reported that 4 states had $1.99 a gallon. Right?
Did you see 4 states? You see what he said? 4 states. When you guys were like, it's down to not 199. Yeah, in 4 states. Now, what did this guy say? DEI is it was for non-merits. Non-merits? What the fuck does that mean? You mean they weren't hired based on their merits? Women and LGBTQ. Is that right? Is that why Charlie Kirk said about DEI that if he saw a black pilot, he'd be afraid to get on the plane because, according to him, it's a DEI employee, even though, nobody can be put in a pilot seat unless they're fully and completely and totally required. But yeah, DEI had nothing to do with black people. Yeah, you're smart.
We're so moving. So I want to introduce Chris Wright. Stand up, Chris. Who would think, you look at him, he's a nice looking guy and all that. Who would think he's rated? I mean, he's the most talented oil guy. He can put his nose in the ground and tell you whether or not there's oil. Other people have to spend billions of dollars on machinery and equipment, and it doesn't work. So I want to thank you. You're doing a great job. And is it true? We are right now, energy overall, not only the oil and gas, we are right now involved in more energy and have more energy in the works by far than we've ever had before. Is that right? Yeah, not even close. Yeah. And I have no higher priority than making America affordable again. That's what we're going to.
Hold on, let me see what this guy said. Because of DEI, it makes one wonder if they are qualified. Genius. If DEI didn't exist and we saw a black pilot, there would be no question he deserves to be there. It's because you're a fucking moron, just like Charlie Kirk was, you dopey motherfucker. You can't DEI or no DEI. Do you realize what DEI is, you stupid fuck? It doesn't mean that people less qualified can be hired based on the color of their skin. Everybody has to be equally qualified. You think a fucking airline is going to put a fucking plane with hundreds of people on it in the hands of a guy who's not quite qualified for the job, you dopey fuck? All it means is if there's a bunch of people that apply and they're all equally qualified, maybe they'll give one of the minorities a chance. Do you understand? You stupid asshole. You guys don't even understand what DEI is. You think that because they're black and there's DEI that pilots who are not qualified to fly a plane can be fucking hired. You're fucking as stupid as they come.
And again, they cause the high prices and we're bringing them down. It's a simple message. If I had one message tonight, this is.
Prices are higher under Donald Trump. I'll do this again for you guys. Are grocery prices higher under Trump than they were last year under Biden? I don't know why the bitch didn't say it. Yes, average grocery prices are higher this year under the Trump administration than they were last year under the Biden administration, according to the latest Consumer Price Index figures from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics and the USDA Economic Research Service. There you go. Year-over-year comparison in September 2025 under Trump, average grocery prices were 2.7% higher than they were in September 2024 under Biden. There you go.
Being covered like all over the world. This is crazy because I haven't made a speech in a little while. When you win, you say, oh, I can now rest. So Susie Trump, do you know Susie Trump? Sometimes referred to as Susie Wild. Susie Trump. She's the great chief of staff at the. They don't use the word chief of staff anymore because of the Indians got extremely upset. But now the Indians actually want their name used, which is true. They never didn't want it used. but the chief of staff,
This dickhead
and
said,
she's
this dickhead said wages are up. So okay, so you want so if prices go up with wages, that's okay because you then just break even, right? So it's just like your wages aren't higher because now everything else is more expensive. How the fuck do you guys tie your shoes in the morning? How?
fantastic. She said, we have to start campaigning, sir. I said, I won. What do I have to do already? They said, we have to win the midterms, and you're the guy that's going to take us over the midterm. Where's Susie? Susie, come on, Susie. Look at Susie. Susie's the greatest. And who do we see there? We even brought our superstar today, Caroline. Stand up, Caroline. Isn't she great? Is Caroline great?
New information for you. There's no direct evidence that diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) policies force airlines to hire less qualified people, but the debate exists, with critics alleging DEI lowers standards for underrepresented groups, while supporters argue diverse teams improve safety performance through better decision making. So what it said at the beginning, there's no direct evidence that this diversity, equity, and inclusion policies force airlines to hire less qualified people. You do realize that if a fucking plane crashes and a couple of hundred people die, that an entire airline could go completely bankrupt, lose everything. They're out of fucking business. So you'd have to convince yourself that they're like, yeah, fuck the company, fuck the business, fuck the employees, fuck the CEO. Let's just put a guy who barely knows how to fly in the pilot seat. You're out of your fucking mind. What? Where did you hear that from? CNN and The View? Newcomb, the governor of California? What a surprise. Or Omar at Minnesota, who has stolen our state. Oh, God, saltwater life. You're a fucking idiot.
You know, when she goes on television, Fox.
I think because you all watch Fox News that we all watch CNN. You couldn't be more wrong.
Like, I mean, they dominate. They dominate when she gets up there with that beautiful face and those lips that don't stop, up, like a little machine gun. She's got no fear. You know why she has no fear? Because we have the right policy.
So fucking creepy. He's always talking about Caroline Leavitt's fucking lips. He's such a creepy motherfucker.
We don't have men in women's sports. We don't have to sell men.
560,000 NCAA athletes, and 7 of them are transgender. But you motherfuckers are all obsessed with men and women's sports. You're so stupid, you don't even realize it's just a distraction. It's not even a real issue.
In women's sports.
Meanwhile, you don't give a fuck about those victims in the Epstein files because your boy Trump is in them. So you ain't worried about protecting women, that's for sure.
We don't have to sell transgender to everybody. We don't have
just racism, bigotry, and hatred. That's all you got to sell to people.
to sell open borders where the whole world is allowed to come into our country from prisons and everywhere else. So she's got a little bit easier job. I wouldn't want to be the other side's press secretary, right? Thanks, Carolyn. Great job. We appreciate it. But that's our message. They gave you high prices. They gave you the highest inflation in history, and we're bringing those prices down rapidly. Lower prices, bigger paychecks. You're getting lower prices, bigger paychecks. We're getting inflation. We're crushing it. And you're getting much higher wages. I mean, the only thing that's really going up big, it's called the stock market and your 401ks. That's going up.
Well, Trump also said, Kirk also said if his 10-year-old daughter got raped, he would force her to have the baby. She's better off without him.
But I say it, and I said it the other day, and a lot of people misinterpret it. They say, oh, he doesn't realize prices are high. Prices are coming down very substantially. But they have a new word. They always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability.
I just want to remind you, while he's mocking affordability, like when he said it's a Democrat hoax the other day, the entire purpose of this rally is to push this Republican affordability agenda. So for the midterms, you know, they're trying to, he's supposed to be out here talking about their plan to make things more affordable, and he's mocking it.
Now, they never talk about it. They never talk. Thank you very much. They say I'm not allowed to run. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but that's okay. He said 4 more years. You've seen the new hat. We have 4
He
more
just said on the plane on Air Force One a couple of weeks ago that he knows he can't run for a third term.
years. 2028. We have all sorts of. Well, you know what? We have 3 years and 2 months to go. And you know what that is in Trump time? 3 years and 2 months is called eternity. We have a long time.
Who the hell told me what? Matt Reynolds. Who told me what? He's always got the runs. He's going to be there in 2028. How, Lewis? I want to see what this guy says. Who the hell told you that, you fucking idiot? Told me what, Matt Reynolds? Yep, exactly. And that's all these voters care about. And Mexicans. You forgot Mexicans. Yes, it is, Brian Hill. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important. Thank you very much. Okay, I guess the guy just said something and doesn't want to tell me what he was talking about.
We have a long time. But under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000 a year. Under Trump,
yeah, it's a rally, a Republican. It's a Republican rally, you fucking bean. Matt Reynolds, what are you talking about? You said who told you that? What are you talking about? He's not fucking stupid, you idiot. He knows he can't. He's doing it to troll idiots like you. Yeah. I literally said that he said weeks ago on Air Force One that he can't run for a third term. So what in the fuck are you talking about, Matt Reynolds, you fucking idiot?
typical factory worker has already seen their wages increase by more than $1,300, and that's in just a few months.
No,
Biden's
speeches were way better than this. I could fucking play you some. Are you kidding me? Biden's speeches were way better than this. I'll show you.
Workers, it's $1,800 up versus $3,500 down, and I think their number is wrong. It's much lower than that. For minors, do we love minors? I love minors. I don't know how they do it, going 10,000 feet
That's
under.
why he took away black lung screenings for minors. Yeah, no more funding for that. So now minors can't even be screened for black lung thanks to this fucking asshole. Yep.
The ground, and they wouldn't trade jobs with me if I gave them a beautiful, magnificent penthouse in the middle of Manhattan, where I used to live. If I gave them the most beautiful penthouse, they wouldn't take it. They'd rather go 10,000 feet underground and dig. That's what they want. For minors,
yeah, DB Super God mode. He's only given them $12 billion because he fucked them royally, and they can't make money anymore because China stopped buying soybeans from U.S. farmers.
Wages went up $3,300,
well,
and we're bringing back
the same thing. That's when he first said it. I thought I love minors because he's a fucking pedo, no question. Thank you for the $4.99, brother. He loves minors, especially minor girls. He's such a fucking idiot. Like that won't be getting played for the next fucking 10 years. Fucking jerk off.
Cold, but my administration cannot talk about anything else except when they say the word coal, they have to precede the word by 2 words: clean, beautiful. So we only call coal clean, beautiful coal. Is that right, fellas? Because coal needs.
I came hard again. It's just something you guys say. You can, and if he couldn't talk without a teleprompter, or if he could only talk with a teleprompter, how could he talk without? Wait a minute, what? In other words, if he could talk with a teleprompter, he could talk without one. If he just couldn't talk, what you're saying would make sense. But I could show you rallies of his where he's given amazing fucking speeches.
It's a little public relations help. It's a very powerful fuel. It's used by China. You know, China makes all our windmills, but they don't have any wind farms. It's a little interesting, isn't it? Wind is the worst. That's a scam. They ruin your valleys. They ruin your peaks. The most expensive energy.
No, you can't, Goofy. I don't know what no, you can't. All right, let's see.
It's never.
Oh, I don't like the music being played.
Not only do we have the largest economy in the world, we have the strongest economy in the world. We have the most productive workers in the world. And given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever let their country down. Never. Ordinary people like us who do extraordinary things. We've had candidates before who attempted to get elected by appealing to our fears, but they've never succeeded because we do not scare easily. We never bow. We never bend. We never break when confronted with crisis. No.
So there's that.
The only ones that get rich are the developers who make a fortune. You have to change your windmills. And most of them are made in China, but China has very few.
Hold on. You know, many clips exist of him stumbling. Well, do you mean like this?
I think you should take a cognitive test like I did. I took a cognitive test and I aced it. Dr. Ronnie Johnson. Does everyone know Ronnie Johnson, congressman from Texas? He was the White House doctor. How good did Elise Stepanek do? You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. Jimmy Connors is good. He's also happy.
Mike Bolton, John Bolton is here. Mike Bolton, as you know, is in Russia. And there was progress today. I look forward to solving it.
Thank you, Steve. It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates' fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick. By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything, deleted and destroyed all of it, because of lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people. We have some of our great business leaders and leaders, period, right behind me. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. Yes, please, Mr. Kurd.
Thank you very much for your time.
You know what was interesting? Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done.
And Putin, you know, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word today. You heard that, nuclear.
Thanks for giving your first comments on the bill on this show. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot.
You have a deal. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Joe Bright, this guy is just the worst. So will Christian ever run for president against you? And you heard the prime minister, you heard maybe have Matt Blum speak next, because he's been so incredible in so many ways. He fights so hard. He loves his state. He loves the people. Think of it, a new branch of the United States military, United States Armed Forces, called Air Force. I never talked about that. That's something we never talked about. But what we just saw, we just left pleasure. A very big hello to a place where we've done very well, Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. Thank you. So, Sioux City, let me ask you, and the worst president in the history of our country who is cognitively impaired, we would be in World War II very quickly. The worst president in the history of our country will be a fading nightmare. He'll be a fading, I have fading memory.
And some dickhead said, mispronouncing, what the fuck did he say? Tim Apple is not mispronouncing. No. It's him thinking he's talking to a different person than he's talking to because he has fucking dementia. Just like when he mistook Nikki Haley for fucking Nancy Pelosi 4 times in a row. But if you want to see mispronouncing, okay.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal.
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by Ray.
Someone who mixes fiction and reality?
The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
Perhaps someone of advanced age you have known for years.
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela? It's unbelievable, Venezuela.
Of course, we all have our goofs. But consistently odd behavior can be a sign of frontotemporal dementia, a degenerative disease of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain that dramatically impairs cognitive function. And there are some key signs to look out for, like slurring words.
The failing New York Times by anonymous, really anonymous.
Struggling to find the correct words is another sign.
The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges of the investigation.
You may also notice someone veering into incoherent ideas, detached from reality.
You know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
Or an inability to complete simple sentences.
Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Other notable symptoms include impaired motor function, such as a wavering limb, and decreased balance, often accompanied by a signature lean or arched stance. If someone you know is demonstrating several or all of these symptoms, they are seriously unwell. As a matter of safety, they must be relieved of critical responsibilities and disqualified from any position of authority. Remember, frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative disease. Cognitive function will never return and will only deteriorate further. Don't ignore the signs.
Pay attention to what? DB super god mode. Pay attention to what? By the way, so somebody said in the chat, Hannibal Lecter is a great man. That must be AI because Donald Trump said Hannibal Lecter is a great man. Well, take a look at this. This is from the Washington Post. Check it out.
Anybody seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. Did anybody ever hear of Hannibal Lecter? The young people didn't. Hannibal Lecter. Dr. Hannibal Lecter. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. The late, great Hannibal Lecter would like to have you for dinner. He would love to have you for dinner. He will take you. He wants you for dinner. That's the end of you, by the way. He'd love to have you for dinner. You right there. Don't do it. If he suggests, I'd like to have you for dinner, don't go. They say, why does he keep mentioning it? Because Hannibal Lecter was a serious psycho. He was a slightly troubled patient. He mentions Hannibal Lecter. It doesn't make sense. So it makes a lot of sense. They're coming into our country. And I say, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Oh, he likes Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter, how great an actor was he? You know why I like him? Because he said on television, on one of the, I love Donald Trump, so I love him. Has anybody?
Yep. So none of this shit is AI. None of it whatsoever. It's all Donald Trump and his lunacy. He's a fucking madman. So there you go. He was a serious fictional character. Yeah. Who made that video? You, kid? Kid. Who the fuck you talking to, faggot? Call me kid, pussy. Let's see. That's the Washington Post. I literally just showed you guys. Washington Post. Just because you guys have never seen that, this is what I tell you is why you're stupid. Fox News doesn't show you that shit. I used to watch Fox News when he would be doing this shit. As soon as he started talking about Hannibal Lecter and electric boats and sharks and Al Capone, they would cut off the fucking rally and they would just start talking because they didn't want you to see that shit. But that's your guy. That's your guy. No, he's talking about the character, fuckface, because Hannibal Lecter was not an actor, and he was not talking about the actor that played Hannibal. I mean, at the end, when he said the guy loves Trump, yeah, but he's talking about him. If you listen to every time he said it, he's talking in reference to insane asylums. And by the way, that's because he doesn't understand what asylum is when people are seeking asylum. When he hears that, that's why he used to always say, there's people coming from insane asylums, and there was no proof of that whatsoever. It's because he doesn't, the only way he knows the word asylum is in reference to an insane asylum. So that's why he would talk about Hannibal Lecter. And yes, he said the late great Hannibal Lecter. He was a great man. Now, did who played him? Anthony Hopkins? Is he even dead? No, right? So no, he was talking about Hannibal Lecter, fuckface. Don't try to spin it. Yeah, he's 87 years old and alive and well. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. Yeah. Hey, you're a loser. Y-O-U-R, by the way, fuck off. Fuck you. All pasted, cut, made up shit. No, that's why I've had enough of you, because you guys won't even admit when you see it in front of your face, your own fucking faces. You won't even admit that it's real. You're not man enough. Pasted. What does it mean if it's copied? What do you mean if it's pasted? In other words, what he's saying is it's a compilation. It's not a made up compilation. Those are all clips of Donald Trump. They're all clips of Donald Trump. Who are you telling to fuck off, Bradley? Me? They're all clips of Donald Trump. Doesn't matter who put the compilation together. That's all real shit. Yeah. You want to debate me, David Rowe? 410-941-90. 9850, I think. I'll debate you right now. Come on, show me how low IQ I am. I fucking dare you, David. Be a man. Be a man and call. 410-941-9850. Yeah. Go ahead. Let's do it. Dems won Miami mayor. Nice. They're winning everything. They're kicking fucking ass. Is Trump live on TV now? Yeah, I decided to take it down. There's not that many people watching. I don't feel like going through his whole rally. It's too long. He'll be talking for the next 4 hours. John Connor, is that your mom's number? What kind of man are you, John Connor? Like, you sound like a fucking second grader. Is that your mom's number? John, do you have a mother? Fuckface? If so, I bet you I could fuck her in the ass if I wanted to, John. What do you think about that? All he's doing is repeating himself. Who, Trump? Yeah. Yeah. He's not, bro. If the doctor was dead, you might have a point, but since the actor's still alive, it makes more sense he's talking about the actor, not a crazy cannibal man. He's talking about Hannibal Lecter. You guys are fucking pathetic. I'll play it again. He's talking about Hannibal Lecter. You think he said he'd like to have you over for dinner? That was his famous line. No. Fuck John Connor's mother. You shouldn't talk about people's moms, fuckface. I lost my mom in June. You know what I mean? It's not a good idea. And John O'Connor, if you were in front of me, I'd take your fucking head off. I guarantee it. Guarantee you I would. So anyway, here we go. You'll hear him say he wanted to have you over, or he wanted to have you for dinner. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah. Try me sometime, fuckface.
Please in silence of the lambs. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. Did anybody ever hear of Hannibal Lecter? The young people didn't. Hannibal Lecter. Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner.
Yeah. So he wasn't talking about a cannibal? Yeah. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner? Okay.
Late, great Hannibal Lecter would like to have you for...
Besides, guys, if he was talking about the actor, he would just say Anthony Hopkins. You know, that's what he would say. Hannibal Lecter is a character, you fucking idiot. And that's who he's talking about. Hannibal Lecter, the character. Don't you get that that's the point? I know he's a character. The question is, does Trump know he's a character? It's amazing how you guys try to spin shit. He's literally talking about the cannibal, Hannibal Lecter, the character, and he's saying he was a great man. I mean, you don't realize the president is retarded. You don't get it. So fucking stupid. All right.
For dinner. He would love to have you for dinner. He will
Bobby, feel free to use that wrench.
take you. He wants you for dinner. That's the end of you, by the way. He'd love to have you for dinner. You right there. Don't do it. If he suggests, I'd like to have you for dinner, don't go. They say, why does he keep mentioning it? Because Hannibal Lecter was a serious psycho. He was a slightly troubled patient. He mentions Hannibal Lecter. It doesn't make...
You guys are so dumb, bro. He says you're such an idiot. You thought the actor being alive somehow proved your point. Yeah, because the fucking guy in the chat said he's talking about the actor. And when he said the late, great Hannibal Lecter. So if he was talking about the actor who played Hannibal Lecter and the actor is still alive, then how could he be talking about the actor? Do you understand, Dopey? Jesus Christ.
Makes sense. So it makes a lot of sense.
The funniest part about you guys is that you actually believe that you're smart. Now call in 410-941-9850 and watch what I do to you. I dare you. Call in. You mean the guy that's covering up for the pedophiles? Yeah, he doesn't want pedos in bathrooms? Yeah. He was probably one of those pedos in bathrooms. He does. He loves his uneducated pedos. He does.
Sense. They're coming into our country. And I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Oh, he likes Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter, how great an actor was he? You know why I like him? Because he said on television on one of the...
That's the only thing he said to make you think he was talking about the actor. But again, he would have said Anthony Hopkins. Your boy is sick in the head. And he praises Al Capone, and he brags about in these same speeches about how he has a longer record than Al Capone, or he has more indictments than Al Capone. He brags about that in those same speeches. Oh, can we get clips of Trump talking about how he didn't know Epstein and watch how that changed over time? Let me see. I could show you this. No, John, he's not, bro. Your boy is sick. He's talking about, you don't even know the context. He's saying that these people are coming from insane asylums, and he's saying they're all like Hannibal Lecter. Do you understand? That's the context. That's the context. Now here.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to...
Why you guys make me fucking sick, all of you. I mean, you're so fucking pathetic. Look what this dickhead said. Pretty sure you'll get a social circle as large as Donald Trump's. I don't know what that means. You're not going to remember some old actor. Anthony Hopkins. He remembers the character Hannibal Lecter, but he doesn't remember Anthony Hopkins. You know, I've never seen one of those movies, Silence of the Lambs, never. And I knew it was Anthony Hopkins. Donald Trump is the television president. You realize that his whole entire life is about TV. That's why so much of his administration is made up of fucking reality TV show characters and Fox News hosts. You understand? So, yeah, I just wish any of you were man enough to be like, yeah, listen, he's fucked up in the head, no doubt, but I still support him. But you won't do it. You won't do it.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it. Yeah.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marlon's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got fist blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, you know, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no sweat.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true.
Ryan Stevenson, remember what Stern said about, but Ryan, that was Trump that said those things. Like a lot of people use the defense. He was on Trump's show. Trump didn't have on Stern's show. Stern didn't have a gun to his head and say disgusting things about your daughter. So if that's what you're getting at, Ryan, well, everybody knows Howard Stern was a creep back then. That was his whole persona. But that has nothing to do with why Trump said what he said. Because he also made similar comments on The View and on the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Didn't Biden also say to like a 10-year-old kid, she looks 18? Well, I don't know, but that would just mean a kid looks older than they are, right? Donald Trump looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I'd be dating her in 10 years. See the difference? All right, guys. I don't think you grow out of being a creep. No, Trump hasn't. He's 80 years old. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'll see you next time. Peace.